Hi friends, Zoe here, and today I'm super excited to talk to you because I'm going to be talking to you about 5 ways that you can minimalize your life right now. So let's get started. So first of all, I want to talk to you about products. So when I decided to finally start minimalizing things, I started to really look into the products that I was using and which products were those that I was using every single day. And the ones that I wasn't using every single day, did I really have a need for them? So I'm going to first start off with giving you an example in the shower. So in the shower, I have shampoos and conditioners, but the thing is, you only really need one shampoo and you only really need one conditioner. So what's the point of having other ones in there? I had been keeping 2 other shampoos that I had bought in sets, but I had run out of the conditioner first. So I was keeping 2 shampoos with like this much in the bottom in the shower, and it was so unnecessary. They don't need to be there. I don't know why I hadn't used them up already. So right now, go look in your bathroom and in your shower and see if there's any of these odds and products that you have just lying around. You either need to make the commitment of using them up tomorrow, or you just need to toss them because there's just no sense in keeping them around. I had facial cleansers that I hadn't completely finished before I went and bought a new one, and then I automatically started using the new one and not the old one. Now that I finally found a skin cleanser routine that I love, there's no sense in me having any other products or sample products in my collection. They just need to go. So tossed all of those. So next, makeup and cosmetics if you are a female. So as a girl, it's really fun to kind of collect products and see how they work, but I had so many products that I wasn't using. And you really only need your staples, and you can have a fancy eyeshadow that you might use for a night out, then you can keep that one, but is there really a need for say 5 or 6 of these things? Is there any products in your makeup bag that you don't like? You don't like the smell of them, you don't like the texture of them, you're just keeping them around because you spent money on them and you feel bad, like they should still be there. Just get rid of them. If you don't like them, if they don't bring you joy, if you're not getting use out of them, don't let them occupy your precious space. Another thing I want to talk to you about is nail polishes. So I'm going to give you an example here. So these are 2 cosmetics bags that I have full of nail polishes. And I don't have a need for all these nail polishes. I don't even know if there's ever been a time in my life, actually there was once, when I used the nail polish to the very end. Okay, there's no sense in me having like 40 different colors of nail polishes because why? Okay, why? I'm gonna paint my nails 40 different colors? No, I generally stick to the same, couple of colors. So I minimalized all of those into 6. And it's funny because I'm going to show you. So I have this Zoya nail polish, which I've shown you guys before, which I absolutely love because it is easy to put on and it also stays on. And then the rest are OPI products, which I will no longer be buying OPI products after this because I now know that they aren't cruelty-free and vegan. So for example, they use fish scales in their products to create that kind of shimmery effect. So I have this one for fall, which I use, which there's probably about halfway left in there. And then I have these 2 very similar looking colors. So this one's Cajun shrimp and this one's I eat mainly lobster. And they're the same color, but I couldn't decide which one I was going to get rid of. So I'm going to make that decision after summer, after I see, which ones I'm kind of drawn to or using more. And the same thing happened with these 2. So this one is I'll Take the Cake, and this one is Sweet Memories. Both very similar colors. So I seem to have this thing where I'm obviously very attached to, say, wearing those specific colors on my nails, but why do I need to have 2 that look so similar? It just doesn't make any sense. And it's funny because when you go through your products like this, you'll be able to make conclusions about yourself, and then you'll be able to stop yourself next time, say you're in the store and drawn to a nail polish. You might actually have one at home that is very close to the color that you like. So next, I'm going to talk to you about clothing, and again, I'm going to bring up my how to clean out your closet video because I think it could really help you guys. I'm going to link that one below. But go through your closet today, right now, whenever you have a spare second, and I challenge you to pick out 5 pieces that you don't need or don't wear. So this is actually quite easy. Go through your clothing of, say, that you just had last season, which was, winter. Was there any piece of clothing in there that you didn't wear? And if you didn't wear them, then they need to go because if it was winter and you were keeping them around and you were just continually wearing your same outfit to work and not expanding off and wearing like this particular sweater, you don't need it because it didn't bring you enough joy for you to wear it. It didn't bring you enough joy for you to pull it out of your closet and make an effort to wear that piece. So it just doesn't need to be there. And I also mentioned in my 5 ways minimalism made me money video that I brought in a lot of my clothes to a consignment shop and I actually got a little bit of money for them. So the clothing that they didn't take is in this bag here. It's a big blue bag full of clothing and they didn't take money for it. So I brought it home and part of me was like, oh, you know what, so we'll just go through this and then, we'll put some back in the drawers, the ones that you think you might not actually want to give away. And then part of me was like, no, what are you talking about? You were so ready to give these up, whether or not you were going to get a little bit of money or not. So I called the local, you probably have one in your town, but the Diabetes Association, they're going to come and pick up donations because that's what they do. There's also different clothing banks that can do that in different cities. So I made an appointment for them to come and pick up all these clothes. So that way I am not going to take anything out and put it back into my drawers or hang it back up because there's no sense in me keeping it if part of me was okay with getting rid of it. If those items didn't bring you joy, they do not need to be there. So I challenge you to pick out clothing in your wardrobe that you no longer wear and put them into a pile. Either decide to take them to a consignment store. If not, then make an appointment for somebody to come pick them up because somebody else can get use out of these things that have just been sitting there. There's so many people in this world who do not have the amount of clothing that you have or the amount of clothing with a decent quality that you have. So donate it. It will be a treasure to somebody else. So next, I want to talk to you about shoes. Especially, I know there's so many girls out there who have like shoe collections. Guys too, actually, with their runners and sneakers. Is there a need for all of these shoes? So I went through my shoes and I went through every single season. Did I wear these shoes last season that just went around, or this summer am I going to wear these shoes? Are these shoes comfortable? If not, they're leaving. So I'm going to give you an example here. I had a couple pairs of flip-flops that actually weren't comfortable. They made my back sore after a while. I got rid of them. I also am a runner, so every 6 months you're supposed to replace your runners. But I have an issue with throwing away the runners that I previously used because after 6 months wear on the outside, they don't look worn out. They still look nice. But on the inside, I can't run in them physically because it will make my knees sore, my ankles sore, and my back sore. So I had been hoarding these shoes, and really, if I was to donate them, there's somebody out there who needs a quality shoe just to cover their feet. So think about things like that, and then make your decisions. So I decided to donate my runners that I'm no longer needing because really, I only need 1 pair of runners that I'm going to be running in almost every day, and that's just a fact. And lastly, what are you guys keeping in your room that you no longer need? So I challenge you today to go look at the surfaces in your room, whether this be a desktop, whether this be a bedside table or a dresser top. So look at these surfaces and take a look at the things sitting there. If it's a book, how long has this book been sitting there for? Did you read it? If it is a little knickknack, does this knickknack mean anything very powerful and strong to you? Do you have an emotional connection with it? If not, it probably doesn't need to be there. Say if it's jewelry sitting on your desk, does this jewelry mean something to you or can you get rid of it? If it's a candle, do you have too many candles? So take a look at these things and really take a moment to pick them up and ask yourself if they bring you joy, and if they don't, do they need to be there? No. Honestly, the more and more I'm getting rid of things, the more excited I am and the more I feel like I have control over my organization, the cleanliness of my room. It's an amazing feeling, and I just know that you guys out there, once you decide to minimalize all your things, you're just going to feel like your world is a lot less cluttered. So take a look, like I said, in your room, through your clothes, through your shoes, through your products, and if you're a girl, your makeup and cosmetics, because you know what? There's definitely things you can get rid of and you're going to feel amazing after you do so. There's other people in the world who could benefit so much from this, so just keep that in mind when you're doing it as well. Anyways, guys, I hope that this video helped you, and I hope that you have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!